it's Julie the White Bee Chick here, and I am coming to you from a different car today. Actually, it's pretty much the same car I've had in almost all of my car chats, but the last two are different. The reason being that my son is growing up and he's got a job and a driver's license and he needed a car. So naturally, he got my hand-me-down car. So what I used to do my car chats in, this car is now my son's car. But someone else needed my car today, so I'm back in my old car. It just feels weird to be back in the old car, but not bad. It's okay. What are we talking about today, right? So I don't know about you guys, but I am working on some Tunisian crochet. I've been doing the Jayda Institches 2022 Totally Tunisian Calendar Blanket. That's a mouthful. And I got behind a little bit. So this is the August square that I'm just starting. So I did the first 7 squares and I have them here and I'll show them to you. I'm not sure which one's which. I probably should have done a little research. But I've done all of them up until now, and some of them I know and some of them I don't. Some of them were tricky and some of them were not. Okay, I'm going to hold them up and hopefully in editing I can find out which square is which. But all of them are Tunisian crochet. And I want to say, this almost looks like simple stitch, but I'm not sure. So here's one of my squares, and I was using mostly scrap yarn, so the color combination might not be too pretty. Anyway, Jayda would have, what she does is she teaches you a different stitch every month, a totally Tunisian stitch. They're all Tunisian crochet this year. I keep slipping off. This keeps slipping out of my hands. But then you do a border around it so that eventually you should have the same number of stitches on each side and they'll all match up so that you can put them together at the end of the year. So this is one of them. I'm pretty sure that this yarn was Dollar Tree yarn. Not very exciting of a color. It's kind of a bleh color. This is another one. I like this purple. It's kind of neat. It's got this kind of ridge in it, this particular stitch. And I'm not sure if this is the front or the back. Hard to say sometimes. I think this is the front. So there's another one. And like I said, I'll try to figure out which square is which stitch and put it down there in the bottom. This one I do remember. This is the Honeycomb Stitch. And I really wish I had done this on a lighter color because it's kind of hard to pick out the honeycomb pattern in it. But this one I really struggled with. I'm not sure if you can see, but at the bottom it's kind of got like this stripe and then it goes into the honeycomb, and it's because I was still learning the stitch down here and I screwed it up. But it's okay. I'm just going to keep it as is, and that will just remind me, that, if you keep trying, eventually you'll get it right. And this is just like a scrappy blanket anyway, so lots of fun. But this I do remember is the Honeycomb Stitch. I didn't like it. It was hard. This stitch I do know as well. This is the Tunisian knit stitch because it looks like it's knitted. One thing that I have found, and everybody who's done Tunisian knows, is that Tunisian stitches will tend to curl the fabric. The stitches are tight and they pull against one another and it tends to curl. So these have all been blocked, but that even blocking it is not going to totally get rid of that curl. What will get rid of the curl is when I stitch them together, they're going to all pull each other into place. So Jayda says not to worry, and I trust her. So yeah, that's a cool stitch. I think the Tunisian knit stitch is my favorite as far as how things look, how the Tunisian stitches look. I love the knit stitch. So there's that one. This one, actually this one might be the simple stitch. Sorry, I haven't woven in my ends. and the wind is blowing them. Maybe if I flip it. I think that this one is the Tunisian simple stitch, but again, I'm not positive. But you see, even after blocking, it still curls. That's Tunisian for you. This one I want to say is Tunisian Purl Stitch, because it really looks like it's been purled. Looks like the knit stitch when you're knitting, you know, the Purl Stitch. And then this is what it looks like on the other side. Neat, tidy rows. Again, I'm not positive on these stitches. I'm gonna try. And this one is really a very cool stitch. Again, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's super stretchy. You can really stretch it out. And I just love how it looks, like stacked in diagonals like that. I really like that one. And so the one I'm working out, I just started, and this one I'm not enjoying. Because my least favorite Tunisian stitch is the Purl Stitch, because you have to pull your yarn in front of your hook before you make your stitch. So this is going to be ribbed, and you do 2 of the purl and then 2 of the knit. I like doing the knit, but you have to keep switching back and forth. So 2 stitches of knit, 2 stitches of purl, 2 stitches of knit, 2 stitches of purl across the entire row. So when I saw that that's what the stitch was when she first came out with this in August, I put it off because I didn't want to do it. I knew it was going to be a long slog, and I was like, I don't want to. It's going to take forever. But I also want to do the next ones, and if I'm going to finish, then I need to, you know, do the hard stuff too. So that's what I've just started, and I will give you some more updates as I get closer to the end of this project. This is my first Jayda Institches calendar blanket. She's got several. And all of them are on her channel, so maybe if you don't want to try the Tunisian one but you want to try a different one, they're all out there, and they're all pretty cool. So this is the first time I've ever tried it, and I would love to hear if you've tried it. I know there are some people out there who have done every single year, and I think that's really, really cool. So it might be a tradition for me. What's nice about it is it's something you work on throughout the whole year, but you're not working on it consistently. So each square maybe takes a little bit of time, maybe a day or two, depending on what it is. So whether it's a row or a square, you know, you only work on it for a few days, then you set it aside, and then in the beginning of the month you get excited because the new one's coming out, and you get to try out something new. So it's a lot of fun, and if you haven't watched my channel much, you might not know, but I'm a huge fan of Jayda Institches. I love her. She's amazing. She's totally fun and silly and quirky, and I'm kind of like that myself. So if you haven't tried doing one of Jayda's calendar blankets, I highly recommend it. I will leave a link at the end of this video so that you can head out and over to Jayda Institches and check out her channel if you're new to Jayda, because she's so fun. I love her. That's about all I'm working on right now. I've still got a baby blanket that I'm working on, and of course the Jaws blanket. I will be giving updates on all of those things as I complete them and as I work on them, so I'll keep you all posted on that. But I really want to get these August and September squares done so I can get back on track with my Jayda blanket. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's starting to get chilly. I was so cold in my office this morning. I had to put my shawl on, and it felt so cozy. I love that cozy feeling, but I also know that cold weather is coming, and that makes me sad. So you have to take the good with the bad, right? With the cold weather comes crochet season, so that's good. Okay, everybody, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.